Hello everybody, welcome back to another video with Lim Reviews. Now today I'm super excited to share with you a very interesting product from the brand Nokia. Now I haven't talked about this brand for a very long time now. In fact, I think the last time I've heard about Nokia was, a couple of years ago, maybe many years ago when I actually used a Nokia smartphone. But today Nokia actually reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to check out their brand new Nokia T20 tablet. So of course I said yes. Nokia, I'm not sure if you guys know the brand. Let me know down below if this brand actually means something to you. But yeah, I was super excited when they reached out to me, and of course I said yes to check out the Nokia T20. So I've been using it for a couple of days now, in fact a couple of weeks actually, and I want to share my experience with you on what the Nokia T20 is really all about. Is this something that you should actually consider, and what Nokia really wants their users to think about the Nokia T20? Let's find out. Now before we begin, of course I've said it's on all my videos, but if you just want to support the channel, supporting a Malaysian content like this as well, don't forget to drop a like, sub to the channel. That would really help me out. Thank you so much. Let's begin. Alright, we're going to start off very quickly by just talking a little bit about the box. Just take a look at this box, guys. It looks so nice. These days, phone manufacturers, even tablet manufacturers, their box and all that don't look that great. They're going to go with all those minimalist and very plain design. But when I saw the box for the T20 by Nokia, it really got me feeling excited. It looks very nice here. Very colorful graphics on the front. So I know I don't usually talk about a box, but this box does make it look very nice. Alright, so there's actually three things that Nokia is actually pushing out today in terms of their key messaging, and you can actually find that out when you flip open their case. That's actually very interesting. When you flip open the case, you do have three things there, and what it says is to love it, trust it, and keep it. So what Nokia really means by this, what does it mean to love it? Well, basically they've come out with a couple of features on the Nokia T20 that they think you might really like. In terms of trusting it, well, this is the case of their durability. Nokia is saying that the tablet here is actually quite durable. In fact, this is actually IP52 rated. That means that it is protected from limited amount of dust and water. So that's what you get in terms of the durability. Nokia is also known for, dropping their stuff and all that. So it won't really damage the tablet. But of course, I have not dropped the Nokia T20. And last but not least, when it says to keep it, what do they mean by that? Well, basically, Nokia is promising up to 2 years of OS updates to ensure that the T20 is optimized with latest software, so you don't have to switch your device every few years. Apart from that, with 3 years of security updates, this also ensures that your device and data are protected from the latest threats. So that's what they really mean by to love it, trust it, and keep it. Now moving on, let's focus on a couple of cool features. So I want to highlight three main specifications here. First up, of course, is the display itself. If you flip the device to the front, this is where you will get the 10.4-inch 2K display. Now you can see that we do have a very symmetrical bezels all around. It is actually quite thick, but I would say that it's actually quite good because it makes it very easy to hold. Now the second key specification that you must know here is that it is being powered by a Unisoc T10 processor. Now what this means is that it's definitely, again, not a super powerhouse that will give you maximum performance. You do have 4 GB of RAM, 64 GB of internal memory, and this is actually expandable via micro SD. Now it's also worth mentioning that this device here supports a SIM card slot, so it's LTE supported, and you can also put in the SIM card so that you have internet whenever you're on the go. Now last but not least, the third thing here, the third main specification that you actually need to know here is all about the battery. Now we do have a fairly large battery at the back here. This is an 8200 mAh battery, and it supports 15-watt fast charge. So again, you're going to expect some pretty good battery life on the Nokia T20. Now moving on, now that you've done knowing the key specifications, let's talk a little bit about how it feels like to use the tablet. Well, I've been using it a couple of times in the cafes to, take up online meetings, calls with my colleagues and all that, and I must say that it's actually quite a decent device here. Now the display at the front here, although it is a 2K display, I must say that the exact resolution is 1200 x 2000. So yes, you are still able to watch movies, and just browse the internet very clearly and responsively on the display itself. It's not the brightest display out there, but it was still good enough for, getting in a decent amount of entertainment. I would say that if you're just looking for a basic tablet to, carry with you wherever you go, and the Nokia T20 is actually something that you might actually want to consider because it does come with a pretty good display. Now in terms of performance, I don't actually play a lot of games on here, but I was able to play a couple of basic games on the Nokia T20. So far, it did not really lag very bad and all that. It was quite alright, although I do have to admit that it is not the fastest tablet out there. Sometimes it might take a little bit of time to load a couple of apps and even navigating through apps. But overall, I would still say that the performance here is actually quite decent for a tablet like this. Now moving on in terms of the battery life, yes, again, we are getting very good battery life. According to Nokia, you're able to get up to 7 hours of online meetings, 10 hours of movies, and 15 hours of surfing the web. So that's quite a lot of battery life that you can expect here. In fact, I haven't charged my device for the past 3 days and it still has about 30 to 40% remaining. So I would definitely vouch for the battery life coming out of this guy. Now, last but not least, it's also worth mentioning in terms of the design. It does look quite nice here with this blue variant. We do have the cameras at the back. It is an 8 megapixel unit, and at the front you do have a 5 megapixel selfie camera for those online meetings. You do have those bands at the side here, the antenna bands for the LTE, but overall I would just say that it's a very solid looking device, feels great in hand, very lightweight as well, and easy to take around with me. Alright guys, so at the end of the day, who is this Nokia T20 for? Well, again, like I said, if you're looking for something that is durable, it might last you in the long run, well, I think you might actually want to check out the Nokia T20. Now again, I want to remind you that it is definitely not a super powerhouse, but if you're going to do a bit of light gaming, browsing the internet, watching movies, passing it to your kid or something like that, the Nokia T20 actually does a couple of things pretty nicely. Alright guys, that's it for today's very quick video of the Nokia T20. If you do have any further questions, don't forget to leave them down in the comment section below. I hope you liked today's video and I definitely look forward to seeing you in the next one. Stay safe everybody. Bye!